the question that I have, doctor, is that how many points does one needs to have every month or every, I don't know, how do we do the allocation of CPD?
And sometimes the challenge is, sometimes people don't know that they don't know. But then they think they know.
Yeah, because they've got the qualification.
Because of my position.
Mm.
And sometimes people take a position of power.
Mm.
So, but they may still not know that they don't know.
Yeah.
And there's, do you want to know the word for it? There's actually a phrase.
Yeah.
When you don't know that you don't know, and you should know.
Yeah.
Oh. That you don't know. You know? Yeah.
Got a very special guest in the house. I'm so excited to be having her today.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Dr. Tracy. She's a doctor in the nursing practice. So have you ever had a doctor in the...
trying to figure out what do you mean by a doctor in the nursing practice, right? We're talking NBS podcast. Don't forget, guys, before we even get into it, do like, subscribe, and you know what? You're going to have fun. When you're talking about a doctor in the nursing practice, what do you actually mean? Because
yeah,
never heard of that.
And I think for that, let's give it to her to introduce herself.
Okay.
Yes. Go for it, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, team. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say this will be my first podcast.
Wow.
Be with you guys.
Congratulations.
So
milestone. Yeah.
This is amazing, and to see your setup and you is really fun, guys. You are on point.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank
sure.
you.
So as mentioned, I'm Tracy de Klerk, and to become a doctor in the nursing profession is really just a lot of research. So I did my 4-year diploma.
Okay.
And after doing the diploma, I did education and administration as a degree with ICU. So I'm ICU trained.
Oh, okay.
And then I was encouraged to go do a master's degree.
Okay.
And I just want to also shout out to everyone out there that I think life happens to all of us.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's good to know that, because as we start going in our journeys of training and learning, things happen.
Yeah.
So I basically did my master's almost twice.
Okay.
So I did not fill the first one, and I left it, and I went back and I finished it. And thereafter, my supervisor said, "Do you want to do a PhD?" And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. So I had amazing supervisors that were there to support.
Yeah.
And that's what brought me to do a PhD, to have a doctorate.
Wonderful.
So it is a journey, and just to shout out to your viewers that life happens and it's okay, and just continue. Continue.
Yes.
Exactly. And also, if you do it twice, you twice is better, right?
Yes. Number one, I wanted to say it's not a bad thing, actually.
Exactly.
It's more like adding more information or more knowledge into what you are actually passionate in, you know. Today, the focus will be more on CPDs.
Wonderful.
Continuing professional development. What is CPD and why is it essential for nurses?
Thank you. So CPD, we often talk to those letters. It stands for continuing professional development. And I think all professions actually have got CPDs. And it talks about just maintaining your knowledge, maintaining your expertise, and also learning what is new. Because even though maybe you are not a nurse, you would have remembered or seen in some TV series where they had the thermometer with mercury, and they would flick it.
Yeah.
And so as time has gone, we have learned that mercury is dangerous for us, and it's actually illegal to be having it in thermometers. So we've gone the digital route. And that is why professional development is so important, to stay up to date, evidence-based practice, and as research takes place, we learn how to do things better,
Yeah.
Wonderful.
to make sure our patients are safer,
yes.
that we are safe practitioners. The first point of departure is to go onto the South African Nursing Council website and to go into the search bar, and you put in CPD, and it's going to bring up a couple of forms. But the important one to begin by is the compressed CPD framework.
Okay.
It's about 40-odd pages, and it really lays out what a nurse practitioner needs to do, how to almost go about it. But what I really love about that framework is it allows for innovation. It allows to take that model and apply it, whether it's in a nursing agency, whether it's in a hospital, whether it's in primary health care.
Definitely.
And you need to really go through that quite intensively so that you can mold what you need to do. Now, from the Gauteng Department of Health, the vision is one aspect of the vision is to be responsive, which means that we need to respond to our issues.
Okay.
And that's quite
Effectively.
important when we are looking at continuing professional development, because we want that person to be developed.
True.
We want every nurse to know what is the latest, what is the best way. And we also want to know where are some of the hiccups that we may have, what are the challenges as nurses that we may have. And if a nurse, or where the challenge may be, is to structure the training, that professional development, to change or to empower the nurse to know how to navigate. And also through that, it will be then providing better care for our patients as well, but also for the person, because it is about the patient, but it's also about the nurse.
To be confident when they are giving the set.
Yeah, and nurses have also been through like a really tough time. I mean, even though COVID has passed, there are still nurses suffering from burnout that are still struggling. And so we need to remember the person as a whole as well.
Definitely.
And my personal take is that when you want to empower someone, it's not just for that particular profession where they are, but it's to empower them that growth takes place, that they are able to move into another area if they so wanted to.
True.
So, and I think, that is important from a nursing agency point, because sometimes nurses also get a little bit bored. You'll get those that are a little bit bored.
Yes.
And they want to maybe go into an ICU. They may want... And so by having a program that is CPD SANC aligned, so I think what the other important thing is to know that South African Nursing Council has not taken or isn't currently taking in any applications for accreditation for CPD
That's
providers.
My next question as to how far are we with regard to the allocation of accreditations to the facilities or to the individuals?
So what they've done is they are running pilots to take it step by step, so it allows the country to start understanding CPDs. And do they understand that framework that they have put in place? And how are they going to apply that within their space and to empower their nurses? So the first pilot that I know of since I've been at the department was with the districts. So the Gauteng province is divided into districts for the clinics. So we have 5 districts in Gauteng, and we've got 300, and I think it's about 72 clinics that are divided up. And then we've got clusters, hospital clusters, which are 4, and the cluster head are your central hospitals. And it is Barra, Steve Biko, Dr. George Macquarie, and CMJ, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
So they took a district, and we implemented, or SANC requested us to implement a pilot. And then we took 3 hospitals within the Gauteng province under public. And then they also took private. and we had to then implement it in a particular target group.
Okay.
And based on that, it helped us to navigate. We'll find a challenge. We didn't know how to work this, so we started to work around it. And we have pretty much got to a point where we have got a flow going.
Okay.
We have synthesized quite a bit of the work.
Wonderful.
So we've also tried to, I think, tailor it to our problems that we have.
Yes.
And I think a very important point is that South African Nursing Council is saying also look inwards at the issues that we have in our facilities. You don't always want to go out and have a look for solutions, because in our particular domain, let us see what we can do. Because if you're going to go to another country and go get some answer,
We don't have the same local program.
we may not have those resources. We may not have it. So that local is lekker.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, girl.
It is to have a look at what we have. And as we are nurses,
Yeah.
we want to say to you, nurses are very powerful.
Yes. Yes.
We want to let you know that we are actually very resourceful.
Yes.
Definitely you are.
And
Definitely.
this is a good time for nurses' expertise and innovation and creativity
Yes. Yes.
to come through and to put those expertise on the table.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So SANC has given us that ability for creativity and innovation, and that can make CPDs and growth
Yeah.
so enjoyable.
Yeah.
True.
It doesn't have to be a classroom. It doesn't have to be something.
It doesn't have to stress people, and then it doesn't have to make nurses feel like they are going to change their way of doing things. It's just going to acknowledge them of what duties they are doing. You understand? It's so nice to go home as a nurse.
Yes.
And when you get home, you feel in you that I've done everything that is possibly was supposed to have been done on the patient. You understand?
Definitely.
It feels so
Definitely.
beautiful, I'm telling you. Yeah, and that is what makes you to be proud
True.
to be a nurse.
Love
understand?
your work.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
You're all-
So I'm worried because Dr. Tracy has mentioned a lot of clinics, which I wasn't aware of. We have more than 300 clinics in Gauteng only. In the government space.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's so amazing. Yeah. So, people just need to understand that we're gonna need a lot of teamwork. Hey.
Yes.
We're gonna need a lot of teamwork to be able to achieve. And I think we need to do a lot of awareness in terms of educating. Because I want to ask, what are the most common misconceptions with regards to this at this moment?
Sure. So the first point is to say that nursing is lawful. We often will equate nursing to Florence Nightingale.
Yeah.
Okay.
But nursing is lawful, and we need to understand that law so that we stick within our boundaries.
Yes, definitely.
And one of the challenges is, or one of the misconceptions is that CPDs is punitive. So it's there to punish nurses. And if it's not done in the right manner, if CPD is not implemented the correct way, then we will maybe. So
That's a misconception. Yeah.
So the thing is that we need to have a look and say, well, let us see how we can work around this. So at no stage should CPDs be punitive.
Yeah.
At no stage whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's very progressive up there. It's very good.
CPD should render a safe space for nurses,
Yes.
so that nurses can actually say, I don't know. And that they can learn, because nurses
Very
sometimes
important.
are criticized for not knowing something, and then that becomes punitive. So that space has to be one of safety, number one. So a nurse can say, maybe for myself, I'm ICU trained, but I haven't been hands-on for a while. So I may feel like, there's something new out there. It's up to me to say, can you show me this? How or what drug is
Yes,
this?
especially with new technology, you understand? Yeah.
So nurses need to be able to say, look, I don't know. I'm not sure. So number one, it's about us making sure that as the employer, making sure that nurses feel safe to do that. Because it's easy to say, but Tracy, you're ICU trained. You should know that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm not practicing ICU right now. So there will be things that I have maybe forgotten,
Yeah.
or there may be new technologies. The second thing is that when we look at other issues, and I want to bring it again where we say nursing is lawful,
Yes.
is that nurses, I don't think we spend enough time understanding the law. So what happens is we sometimes have this idea that it's just about being bedside, and that is not really the case.
Okay.
Bedside is important. Clinical is important. But you need to understand about Occupational Health and Safety Act.
Yes. Yes.
So that if you are going into an environment where you must be able to identify issues that may not be safe for you and be able to stand up and say, this is not a safe area because 1, 2, and 3. The second thing I want to mention is that if you are a manager and you do not know the law, for example, Labor Relations Act,
Okay.
and you do not know the disciplinary code, how it's supposed to work, or if you do not know code of conduct,
Yeah.
according to the Public Service Regulations of 2016, you may end up as a manager coming with this little thing where people say, as according to me. And it should not be according to you. It should be according to the law.
Because nursing is lawful. Yeah.
And you may find a situation where the manager may conduct herself or himself as according to him. And it may be punitive towards the employee.
Definitely.
Instead of making sure that as a manager, I'm sticking to the law. And if I find my employee is not complying, as a manager, I need to mentor my employee before I'm just being punitive and being harsh. Because in public, we practice just culture. To say, okay, I can see that you don't know. So let us look at this together. And let us work around this together.
Yes.
And I don't know if it just has been a time issue where nurses haven't had that opportunity or maybe a lack of knowledge.
Yes.
And we start losing the vision of the department or the unit, should I say, in where they're working, like in a ward. And it becomes a us and them situation where I will be saying to Maureen, did you see what our manager did? Did you see now? And
Coming too personal.
And
it's more like micromanaging kind of.
That is how it will be, see.
Yeah.
And I will take offense to what you want me to do because we are not on the same page together. So CPD is an opportunity for you as my manager to learn the law, to manage me correctly, but to also be the leader.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
So leadership is an important, you don't have to be a manager to be a leader.
Yes, amen.
It's about taking people to elevating them. And a leader is going to take somebody with them. Where a manager or my boss reminded me, because I sometimes say my boss, and she'll say, you know, Tracy, every time you say that, and I think, oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
But when you're a leader, you want to take people along with you.
Yeah.
You want to elevate them. Even if you elevate them above you, you want to bring them up.
Amen.
And so that is that is the beauty I look at for CPDs. And that is the message we're trying to put out there, is to say CPD should not be punitive. CPD should, in actual fact, we should be creating a safe space.
For both the nurses and the patients.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And to be able for nurses to say, you know what, I mean, I do it often. I'll say, I didn't know that. And I'm very quick to quickly say, teach me what that is, because I didn't know.
That's wonderful.
Wow.
And
That's good.
Wow.
And that is how we can grow, and that is my hope.
That's how you learn, because the moment you acknowledge that this I do not know, you know, doctor, that will give you time to want to learn. And then, and again, it helps that second person that you are with to be able to help you judging from the knowledge you have. You understand? To say, okay, I'm starting from here. That's why in my years of being in theater, we have been taught on how to do a team talk, not only as nurses, with a doctor, as a complete team.
Yes, the team.
Because in the theater space, you will have an anesthetic doctor, you will have a surgeon, and you will have an assisting surgeon. You understand? And then if you are in each and every discipline that I've just mentioned here, you will have an anesthetic nurse that is assisting the anesthetic doctor. Okay. So maybe let's say you are working as an anesthetic nurse. It's very important to actually, and they change anesthetic doctors a lot. There will be different doctors coming, because depending on what the surgeon prefers. Yes. And then you've never worked with this doctor before, you understand? So I'm coming to a point of Dr. Tracy that people don't want to expose or to come clean to say, I do not know. Understand? You end up making a lot of mistakes because you claim you know and you don't know, or you are scared to ask. You understand? So in that space, you will introduce yourself to this new doctor. Hi, doctor. My name is Maureen. I've worked in theater before. I haven't worked with you, but I have done this case before. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've prepared for your case. Is there any special thing that you want me to prepare? In that manner, the doctor knows that he's working with someone that he has scaled to which level of knowledge does this person have. That I'm not going to expect this person to give me this and they don't know. So even it also helps this space also accommodate the doctor to teach you. Understand?
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. So I think the CPD, CPD is a tool that we want.
I'm surprised that there are misconceptions, because it's quite a beautiful implementation, and I don't know where do they come from. It's kind of weird. The misconceptions.
I think sometimes it comes from the point that nurses have been stretched, and what SANC has done is really great, because they haven't put time limits to say 1 hour's 1 CPD point. They have looked at the amount of work somebody would put into that particular training or that lesson plan. So if you were going to do like a virtual meeting and it was just a presentation, you being the person or the nurse behind that computer, I don't know what you are doing. Most likely I will hit a point where it's a bit boring for you, and you're going to take your phone out, you're going to check your messages, you could maybe go to TikTok, you go to Facebook, and then you kind of like lose a part of that presentation. So therefore you will get 1 point. But when you've got somebody actually more involved and they're participating, maybe it's in theater, and you're showing them how to prepare, and now you prepare, let's do that. Now there's more involvement.
Then it helps.
You can get 2 points because it's like an activity. We are also looking at, from governance point of view, putting systems in place, and for example, standard operating procedures.
Yes.
To put that in place to make sure that if I'm not sure how to do something, I've come in now, I'm from the college, I have done something and something I'm not sure about, I should be able to go get a file and just go and read up. So, yes, I remember 1, 2, and 3. And those standard operating procedures, we call them SOPs.
SOPs, yes.
Those SOPs need to be updated regularly every 3 years. And sometimes as things change, as patients' conditions change, as the epidemiology can sometimes become more evolved and complex, those SOPs need to change. So if I'm going to be writing up, developing an SOP, that's going to take maximum input. It means I must research it. I need to collaborate with the experts. I need to give it to you for input. So that means I'm going to get 3 points. So by actually compiling and putting maximum in there, you can get maximum points. That is how they're working. So I'm going to be able to walk away from that protocol or SOP to say, this is what it's about. So I'm going to almost become like the expert in that little area because I've put maximum effort in there.
Okay.
Other than just having heard about it.
True. Definitely. That's good. Look, you know what? You said that this is your first podcast. And I'm looking at you. You're doing great.
She's amazing.
We're gonna continue. Please don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yes.
and comment. We did tell you we're gonna bring you a lot of information. And don't forget, get a notepad. Put something down. You're gonna have to go back and research and make sure you learn a lot more. Sister Maureen,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So as I'm always saying, Kay, that this podcast,
Yes.
it is aligned. It's a tool to empower.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
So she has already told me that, Maureen, I've never been in a podcast that is in the nursing alignment. You understand? This is basically the first one. I'm so proud of that.
I've
because
always said these are master classes.
Yeah.
Everything, all this that you're putting down, it's like, concentrated, informed,
And the good thing about that is that, Kay, when we started this podcast, we were focusing on empowering nurses to be entrepreneurs, to open their businesses.
Definitely.
But we saw a gap also in the bedside nursing. That we really need to talk about those points that needs to be done, needs not to be done. You understand?
Definitely.
The processes that are in place, the projects that will be there to empower and give the best quality nursing care. You understand?
Definitely.
Hence, we've got Dr. Tracy today to be able to talk about more still in the bedside. You understand?
Wonderful.
So the question that I have, Doctor, is that how many points that does one needs to have every month or how do we do the allocation of CPD? Yes.
Okay, thank you. So always begin with a compressed CPD framework from SANC. Always begin with that. So every nurse practitioner should be getting 15 CPD points.
Okay. That is per
a CPD cycle, a SANC CPD cycle.
Which is how long?
So a SANC,
Okay,
so our normal year is January to December.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But SANC CPD cycle begins from the 1st of July till the end of June the following year.
Okay. All right.
And you need to get 15 points within that time.
Okay.
Now, there are many reasons for what
bad.
they've done.
It's not
bad. It's actually doing what we are doing. It just have to be noted somewhere. You understand? Yes.
Yeah. So it's very doable. Let me just say that it's very doable. And in our latest pilot that we did, one of our hospitals, it's a tertiary hospital, so it's quite a big hospital, got 800 odd beds.
Okay.
And the target group were the operational managers. I think there's about 30 something operational managers.
Okay.
They got it in 4 days.
Oh.
Has it?
In 4 days.
Oh.
Wow.
So it depends on how you actually structure the training. And so they did it really. It was
Quick.
very effective and efficient.
And it's very important, a doctor, because I was in the event that we had number 5th African Nursing Conference.
Okay.
That was held in Boksburg side. Yeah, you were there. So I had Dr. Langa mentioning that it is going to be mandatory. Like for each and every nurse to have acquired or to have obtained those points for them to be able to be allowed to register for the next year, right? Yes.
Okay.
So it's something that at this moment, as she has mentioned, that SANC has not yet officially granting the accreditation,
Yes.
but this is now a preparation space for everyone to know what is expected of them.
Well,
You understand?
makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm happy, and then I would want people to take this serious because So how do we make sure that our private sector is also compliant with regard to CPD?
So I'm going to ask you, are you talking about it as a private nurse practitioner or the private health sector?
Private health sector first. We're going to talk about PNPs as well.
So what SANC did is when they started with the CPD pilots, they did public as well as private. So within the private health sector, they had also chosen certain hospital groups to run the pilot out.
Okay, all right.
So they've already they've covered that, put it that way.
Right.
There have, however, been some maybe smaller private health sector groups, the smaller groups that haven't been involved in the SANC pilot. So what we've done from the Gauteng Department of Health is that we've tried to reach out to everyone so that we want to share with them what we are doing and to make it easier for them as well. That there's a proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
But if you want to go far, go together.
Yes.
So from the directorate, we have tried to reach out. We have tried to reach out to Clicks, to Discam, wherever IV bars, wherever I go. We are in the mall.
Wow.
And there's an IV bar. My husband knows we'll go there to say.
You're saying try. How's the response?
I think that so we have had great response. Let me say it from your hospital groups.
Yes.
Some from the private practitioners, not so much. I think they want to see if this really comes to fruition. So what's going to happen is that SANC needs to pass a regulation, and then it'll be mandatory.
Okay.
We don't know yet. They haven't given us the end or the starting date of official. But what SANC has done is they have put a system in place, and they're also running it as a pilot so that you will get it as every nurse has to have a practicing license.
Okay. Oh.
And we pay yearly for that license.
Yes.
And in the past, they would issue a piece of paper as a license.
Yes, the receipt.
Yes.
They'll give you a receipt as a license.
And they don't issue duplicates. And sometimes if it was sent to your home address, it'll be in your box. But sometimes people will put a P.O. box number and they weren't able to courier it. And sometimes people moved. And so
you can also lose it very easy. I've always been losing them. Yeah. That's true.
Or I've also done that. So what they've tried to do, and they don't issue duplicates.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they're moving to the electronic side to become digital. So you'll be able to log in to get it, which is the way actually to go. So, yeah. And then what SANC is doing is that they are making an appeal to nurses to say, please go into their SANC website, go and update your information, your email address. Go and make sure that that we can connect with you.
Yes.
And CPDs is actually in the Nursing Act of 33 of 2005. It's written all the way back in there, and we are now in 2025.
So it's been important. It has been important.
So it just
now being,
to get going, we're late.
We're
like 20 years late, but at least we are moving now. We are starting.
late. Yeah.
So Section 39 and 59 basically says that SANC has got that ability or the power to really prescribe what the themes must be, how many points. And they've done extensive research, and they have got 5 themes. So it looks at legal and ethical domain, which is important, that to know your boundaries.
Yes.
It looks at your area of practice.
Okay.
So that the area that you are working in, that you are empowered, that you
Yeah.
know that you know.
Yes.
And sometimes the challenge is, okay, sometimes people don't know that they don't know.
I mean,
But then they think they know
Yeah.
yeah, because they've got the qualification.
because of my position.
Mm.
And sometimes people take a position of power.
Mm.
So, but they may still not know that they don't know.
Yeah.
And do you want to know the word for it? There's actually a phrase
Yeah.
when you don't know that you don't know, and you should know.
Yeah.
Oh. That you don't know. You know? Yeah.
And it's actually called unconsciously incompetent.
Mm.
You are incompetent, but you are not aware.
Yeah. Unconsciously incompetent. It's very harsh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very
So we
sad
don't-
place to
we-
be in, though.
So as soon as you know that you don't know, that let's move from there. So then you become consciously
Yeah.
incompetent. But you're aware now.
Oh, yes.
Now you're aware.
Yes.
And I said to people, none of us were born knowing how to make a cup of coffee.
Obviously.
Yeah. Yes.
None of us knew. So it's okay that you started, you didn't know.
Yeah.
You now know that you don't know.
Oh,
Now move.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's okay to not know.
So now move. Don't stay there.
That's true.
That's a dangerous place.
That's very important what she said.
Definitely.
Then,
Very important,
so it's area of practice, ethical and legal leadership and management. And what's beautiful, okay, is that they haven't put them under one word.
Yes.
It's leadership and management.
Okay.
And things like emotional intelligence, very important.
Very important.
That you don't just react,
Mm-hmm.
that you take time to think and that you respond appropriately.
Definitely.
And then there's teaching and there's research.
Mm.
I just want to mention something about research, especially for the viewers.
Yeah.
And that is that research doesn't mean you must go and do a master's research.
Yes. Yes.
Because in actual fact, each one of us research every month. In public, we get paid on the 15th of the month.
Yes.
The 14th of the month, is when nurses do research.
Okay.
Because sometimes somebody at home would phone you and say, Mom, we don't have washing powder.
Mm-hmm.
You're only telling me now. Then I must go to the shop.
True.
And then I need to go and look, and my change is a bit low.
Mm.
So I normally want to get sunlight, but sunlight is too pricey now because they've put the prices up. So now I'm going to be researching on those shelves to see which other brand will I take for lesser price. That is research.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
To
You're
go there and
actually
see
doing
what is
research,
it.
and you're not aware that you are actually doing the research. Yeah.
When you want to buy a car, you want to know,
Basically, living is research. Saying that you are living in research. And
So it's the CPD is really not difficult.
it's not.
But
It's not.
you just need
So
to know how to tailor, how to navigate. And the question always to ask is, when you want to do something, is how is this going to empower that person?
True.
How is it going to empower them as within their professional domain, And I believe that to bring people up to a level where they can get any job they want to get.
Yes.
If you want to move to another hospital,
Yeah.
let me groom you, let me mentor you so that you can move up the ladder.
Exactly.
And the biggest thing is that people don't normally leave for money.
You're right there.
People sometimes leave because of a toxic environment.
Yes.
But if they are in an environment where they are seen, they are appreciated,
Heard.
and they are being empowered, that is how you retain.
True.
That is how people will actually want to stay there.
That's true.
Because you spend a lot of time at work. And if you feel that I'm grooming, I'm growing, and I'm learning. And
Does it only feel like work, but also feels like self?
You make your work your home. You
Exactly.
understand?
Yeah.
Because that is the place you spend most of your time.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
I want people to see how important
yeah,
Mhm.
the CPD is coming in terms
It
of
is very important.
very,
That would be a good
very-
initiative
yeah.
to go about it. If
Yeah.
you find a structure, obviously that aligns with, the program, that would be very good. Yeah.
definitely. And people do want to learn.
They do.
There is a hunger there.
They do.
And in the public service, even in the Constitution, Chapter 10, Section 195, subsection C, it says to public service that you need to be development orientated.
Mm.
So to work in the public domain,
I'm so proud of you, I'm so proud of you.
you need to want to grow, really. You can't just arrive and now do nothing and just be. You need to want to grow. And as much as what nurses are going to need the CPDs, they also want to be taken care of.
Mm.
And by allowing and giving them an opportunity,
Yeah.
Maureen, to allow them to grow and to show them that, I can do this,
Exactly.
I think is phenomenal.
It is.
So well done on that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
And I think that if you can be a source of providing CPD, so
Yes.
currently, I think it's important for your viewers also to know that nobody is SANC CPD accredited yet.
They're in the process.
Yeah.
So right now what we are doing is we are trying to align all of the training with that SANC documents.
Okay.
So as long as you are meeting those requirements, that you are putting in what are the activities, what is the duration, who's the designer of the CPD, this lesson, making sure that they are indeed an expert in that area. Then you are putting your CPD packs together,
Yes.
and you're more than welcome to join our virtual meetings,
Yeah.
and we will then guide you in how to put that together. And once you've got it, you'll be able to run with
No,
it.
we've actually joined one of your. I joined one, but I know our clinical facilitator, the head of clinical, she's actually not missing a meeting, your meetings, because she's learning, and we also want to bring it so doable in our space of being an agency, because we've got nurses everywhere. So, and then it's not every day where you will have a nurse in the hospital. So we're trying to figure out as to how, as an agency, how doable or how feasible can we do this in terms of making sure that our nurses are compliant with the CPD.
I'm listening to this, right? And I'm thinking to myself, if I'm a nurse sitting at home right now and watching this, I would be so privileged, or rather, I would feel so privileged to receive all this information, not only freely, but willingly by two beautiful women who are just giving out this. And also you can join NBS. Don't forget to make, your progression easier, to make it easier for you to go into entrepreneurship. Don't forget that. I'm proud of you, ladies.
Thank
Both
you.
of you.
Thank you
This is-
so much. I'm
this is
proud of
something
her. I'm proud of her. And you know what? I mean, to be, you see how she's quoting the acts,
Calmly so, perfectly so. She knows,
No, who didn't want to be next to her?
Nursing is lawful.
Yeah. You see,
That's why
nursing
you gotta
is
go into-
lawful.
Yes.
It's not a calling only.
Yes.
We're gonna go back. It's not a calling only because people tend to be so comfortable because they've seen themselves having to be a nurse in their dreams. But we also have to go to school,
Definitely.
acquire qualifications, and then we are governed by South African Nursing Councils.
Definitely.
And we've got regulations that actually guide us on the floor. That's why it's not only a calling. It's a calling that comes with a skill.
You gotta be lawful.
Yeah, so Dr. Tracy, do we have any CPD implementations that have improved the systems, like they have been, have improved or came with the good outcomes. That's actually the good way.
Yes, we do. There's one hospital in particular.
Yes.
What they did is they started to look at, remember I said that our vision in the Gauteng Department of Health looks at responsiveness.
Okay.
And this particular facility had complaints about nurses' attitudes. And so this hospital decided, this committee said, let us respond to this problem. Let us have a look and see how can we improve nursing attitudes. And this was like their first CPD that they were running.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, guys, this is quite a big thing.
Yeah.
To talk to attitudes. And okay, the one thing, let me just mention before I go into that is, according to literature, to be viewed as somebody that is competent within any profession, it says you must have the knowledge, you must have the skill, and you must have the right attitude. So it's a combination. It's not one or the other. So according to literature, if you have a bad attitude, you are incompetent.
That's true.
And yeah, it's a bit of a hard thing sometimes to swallow.
Yeah.
And when you want to tackle that attitude area, one needs to be very delicate as well and to be mindful as you work with it. So this particular hospital, they did have these complaints. There were quite a few complaints.
Okay.
And we got them from quality assurance.
Okay.
So the patient complaints went in. They said, look, this is how many complaints we have. And the CPD committee then went and did a whole day's lesson plan on attitudes. And we had one of the universities there that also came and got involved. And they did this amazing lesson plan. So number one, they spoke about what does the law say about an attitude.
Okay.
Public Service Regulations of 2016, Chapter 2 says you must be courteous.
Okay.
You must be polite. It talks to what is required from you.
Yeah.
And then we started moving further in. What does SANC say? So they took the legal side of things. What does the law say? And then what they did is they did it in presentation, and then they gave some scenarios. So they would say, patient Mrs. Buttercup is shouting for 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So they divided this group into 3, and they gave them each a scenario. And then what they had to do is they had to role play it out.
Okay.
And they had to then say, okay, these are the laws that cover this. How do we actually go about it? And they had so much fun that day. And role play, sometimes as adults we'll think, oh, role play. But when they got into it, and you wanted to be the patient that was shouting, or you wanted to be that mean nurse,
that's fun,
you know?
That's fun, definitely.
And after 3 months, when I inquired from quality assurance, how are the complaints regarding attitudes, it had dropped dramatically.
Okay.
So it does show that it does have an impact.
Yes.
And
definitely. You didn't go there to attack the nurses or anything. You actually implement something that could make them, better. That's one.
I'm happy you're actually getting to understand this language we are talking.
No, I'm very in because everything that she's saying, it's basically, general, practices, general knowledge. Not only, as she says, that you can implement this not only into nursing, you can in anything that you do, this is what you can do and stuff like that. So makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we need to preach CPDs. I think it's a tool that needs to guide us, because also not only guiding. Okay, the question, doctor, that I have before I forget, I want to know, in the hospital, who is supposed to assess for the CPD point? Who's giving out the point? We've got a managers, which are also needs to get the points themselves. We've got nursing on the ground that needs to get points. We've got lower category nursing or hospital support system, I would say porters and care worker. Who's supposed to get the CPDs?
Okay. So go back to the SANC CPD compressed framework.
Yes.
That framework is going to say
Okay.
who is responsible for those CPDs. Okay. And the truth is, as a practitioner, a nursing practitioner myself, it is my responsibility.
Okay.
To make sure that I get them.
Okay. Yes.
It is not the employer's job to force feed me.
Okay.
I must be willing. The employer's job is to create an environment in which CPDs can take place.
Okay.
And CPDs, you can get 2 points.
Okay.
So I normally say, well, make that 10 minutes for the reason being that you're going to do the hand wash. You need to dry your hands. You need to open your bag, take out your log sheet, your SANC form, complete it, let your assessor sign it. So that little bit of paperwork, you'll finish before 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can get 2 points for demonstrating that you know how to do a hand wash. So not everything has to be hours or days. Your nurses need to be inducted.
Yeah.
Your nurses need to have that opportunity to learn.
The training, the in-service trainings.
That can all be aligned to CPD.
Wow. You see what I'm saying? It's something that we do on a daily basis.
And also, it's very important now that you're talking about you can get 2 points for just washing your hands. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite interested.
Wow. Everyone must just download that framework book from South African Nursing Council. Actually, as part of giving back to my partnered hospital, I'm going to make sure that they have that book. And then, I'm going to make sure, because also compliant, it's very important to us as an exclusive medical agency in the hospital, because we need to make sure that we are compliant, we are within the regulations.
That's true.
So with that that framework CPD book guide, I mean it's just going to be a part of the trainings that we offer all the time. You understand?
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm just going to, how Dr. Tracy is even phrasing it out is that it's your responsibility as a nurse to make sure that you get your own CPD. You don't have to wait for your manager or for your assessor to come and say, come, let's do it. No, you can even come to remind to say, but this month, ma'am, as a cleverness, you can go to your manager to say, we haven't been assessed for CPD. Can I allocate a topic? Can I allocate a project, and then we focus on that? I mean, I want to encourage nurses today to take this very serious.
It's very important.
And and then if we have to come up with supporting tools or documents that will make life easy for nurses to do, because it's easy. It's actually what we're doing on the daily basis, giving out of medication. Administration of medication. You just need an assessor to assess you and to show that you are doing the right thing, and then they give you points.
Sounds so easy.
Oh, I'll have 50 points before next year, before I register for the next year. I'm
also wondering what does it entail? Like, what do you have to do to actually get 50 points? Like, what does it entail? Obviously washing your hands. What else?
No,
what else?
Okay, yeah. Oh, you asking that question for people at home who don't have medical or clinical background? Yes, I'll answer you.
Yes.
Nursing is a procedure.
Yes.
Each and everything that we do, we've got policies. We are guided.
Okay.
So everything that you do as a nurse to the patient, you can actually acquire. You can actually get CPD from what you are doing. You understand? Everything. That's why she said it's simple. It's doable. You understand? You as a manager of the ward, you need to come up with a strategy. You need to allocate an assessor. Because even you yourself as a manager, you need to be assessed, right? I'm taking your position, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so happy. So NBS.
I want to come in quickly before I go to
Yes.
NBS.
Yes.
So you need 15 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Sank wants.
Yes.
You can get more.
Yes.
That is great.
Yes. And what do you
So
do
your
with
own
the extra ones? Yes.
You
yes.
don't carry it over.
Okay.
Sank wants you not to spend this year on doing all your CPD points for the next 10 years.
Yes.
Because things change.
Yeah.
So they don't want you to miss out on that. So you need to every year get those 15 CPD points.
Okay.
Now, what we've done in the Gauteng Department of Health is that we are looking at saying, because we have got implementation guidelines we're busy with, just to give a little bit of guidance to our facilities. And it is about, we are saying in the province, you've got until April to get your points.
Okay.
I tell you why, because then it leaves us with April, May, and June. It gives our CPD committee members 3 months before the next cycle to look back at the last 9 months of the staff to say who is not up to date, who needs remediation,
Okay.
where do we need to help? Because there are certain times you can apply for an exemption.
Yes.
So if you are doing full-time studying in nursing, you can apply for that exemption. There are, again, go back to that framework, that workbook. And then it gives that committee time to also plan for the following SANC CPD cycle to say, what are our issues in the facility? Where do we need to empower that nurse? What do nurses say that where they need to be empowered? Because we also need to listen to the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the employer just saying, you need to do this better. It's where do I want to also be? Where do I want to grow? So they need that opportunity to say that. And it gives then the CPD committee time to then plan for the following cycle. And I think when nurses also have got a voice to say what they would also like to do, it makes it a bit better than be told just what you are going to be doing.
You know where you lack and where you want to be better.
Yeah. And then
NBS, Nurse Business Solution. It is aligned to empower nurses. It aligns to that nurses it is aligned to assist nurses to be able to be comfortable if they want to open their own practices, to unlock the opportunities that are there for the nurses to be able to carry out those duties, to make money, obviously, and give the best service to the nurses, to the patients, sorry. So there are a lot of nurses that are owning the clinics in the private space. How do you think we CPD a future in there? How do we make sure that are compliant?
I think that your podcast, what you are doing right now, I would hope it would reach as many nurses out there as possible, number one.
Definitely.
Number two is I think I have seen quite a large wave of nurse entrepreneurs coming in.
Yes.
That want to now start running their own private practice. So it would be important for them to link up somewhere, and maybe NBS is a good place to link up to where they can also have a space where they can also get their CPDs. And they will also have expertise that they can bring in. So I'm ICU trained. I can, my PhD is looking at professionalism and ethos. So those are like some of my areas. But when it comes to primary health care, I did primary health care, my 4-year diploma in 1995 or something. So I am not an expert in that.
Yeah.
But if you have almost like a consortium of your different streams in primary health care, in private practice, I think that type of system and that functionality that you could bring in to offer those type of CPDs would be extremely valuable.
Wow. We do have processes and policies that guide us through that. You understand?
That's proper.
Yeah. So, wow. I'm
What's
so
it? Maybe as like a supportive mechanism.
supportive mechanism. Yes. No, I'm so impressed. I'm so happy that we had this. It's so much professional. It's so much content, you know.
Exactly. And she's also passionate with it. Like
We used to say,
I wonder. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
just wondering where the passion is coming from. The way you know,
and she's so relaxed.
because she knows about it.
Yeah. She's so comfortable about it.
I love for people to be empowered.
Yeah. www.nestbusinesssolution.co.za.
Sure.
YouTube, Nest Business Solution.
Yes.
TikTok, Nest Business Solution.
What I want to say to you is take your future into your own hands. No one is going to force feed you to learn and to empower yourself and take you to the next level. That is in your hands. And I hope that you take this opportunity and that you really invest in yourself and that you continue to grow. And as you grow, be blessed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. We
No,
really
it's an
appreciate your
honor.
visit. This is just a reminder to say, to remind us on how to do things right. And I'm happy. This is our 3rd episode, and you came right at the right time, because this is going to channel us, to guide us going forward, to say this is how things are. We respect your visits. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Wonderful.